Stepped up to the house party, kinda faded. J's on mask on, yeah, I'm kinda basic. You stood out, Halle Berry cut, amazing, amazing.
And we are back. How y'all doing? Man?
Yo, you know what's going on?
Yeah.
What's going on, everybody? We're back. Kingsmen Radio, Tuesday nights, 8 to 9 p.m. on Indamixradio.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the Live 365 for hosting us. What you got playing?
It's music, man. You know.
Listen, we all about the music,
We're
bro.
all about the music. This is a music show, radio, whatever you want to call it. Entertainment purposes only. Again, there was an episode
Wait. What's this?
This is crazy.
This is my kind of vibe.
This is crazy.
This is going to get somebody in trouble. Turn that up.
Listen.
Vibes.
Oh, man. So this artist his name is After the Party. And it's what happens after the party.
Tone, do you know what happens after the party? What happens after the party, Tone? Speak up. Speak about it.
After party.
I'll take it.
Yeah. Listen, that's for the adults. This is an adult show, though. We are grown folks, all right?
Yeah, we all grown.
All right, but anyway, that's After the Party. The name of that song is called OPEG. Okay. And you can find that in all DSPs.
That's crazy. That's
listen, there's a couple joints, man. I love R&B, bro. I love music.
I'm gonna play. We're gonna play some of that tonight too. That's crazy. We're definitely gonna play some of that in the playlist tonight. Again, shout out to Indamixradio for hosting Kingsmen Radio. We're gonna get right to some music. I want to hear Tone's record again. So I'm starting off with that. I'm playing that. Stick with us. We'll be back in a little bit.
Play that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know what it is.
And we back. We bike.
Yep.
So interestingly, we're gonna get right to it.
Okay.
This is really big, and I'm sure a lot of people have heard. In fact, when I bring it up, Tik Tok, interestingly, had a deal with UMG, Universal Music Group. Universal Music Group is a entity of its own. They are the owners of
about 33,
a catalog
40%
of Drake, our Taylor Swift. If you know them, one of the biggest artists. In fact, they control
about
more
40%.
No, over 70% of the world's music.
And that music has been pulled from TikTok.
Hey, yo.
No, that's the wrong one. I'm sorry.
That's crazy.
Over 70% of the world's music.
Yeah, I can see it right here. I'm reading it. So if you don't mind if I read it.
Please.
So it said on Tuesday, Universal Music Group, the global giant that releases music by hundreds of major artists, published a forceful open letter to TikTok as an end of its contract with the social media platform neared. Universal said that TikTok, which is owned by the Chinese company ByteDance, had not adequately addressed Universal's concern over AI-generated music on the platform, and that it would not agree to what Universal considered a satisfactory royalty rate. And so ultimately, TikTok is trying to build a music-based business, is what UMG is saying, without paying fair value for it. Yeah, so that's major.
So that sounds like. So what TikTok is doing to UMG is what UMG do to artists.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I said it.
Kingsmen.
That's really disgusting. So I mean, unless you are a large artist on these platforms like Drake and Taylor Swift and those like that, I don't think it may affect you because you got the market. You know what I mean? You corner the market. But for those smaller artists that may be on labels, you know, you're already getting pennies of a dollar, if that. So I can only imagine. So I just want to shout out to the artists that are really trying to do it without any major.
Yeah.
And this is, again, why I want to give a shout out to and congratulations to this artist here, Ayo Tone. If you don't know him now, if you didn't know him, you know him now. Tone, I mean, listen, I can say a lot, but again, For Her by Ayo Tone is out now on all DSPs.
All DSPs. Music videos coming
You
soon.
know what? I'm just gonna play it in the background so you could just like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen to it.
But no, Universal's concerns are real, and I think they reflect some of the most urgent challenges in the music business now, because artists need to make a decent living.
Yes.
It's not easy, and the major labels are not paying artists a fair share. Artists, producers, they're just not doing right now. For TikTok, this is a pivotal moment with them as it is with any social media company, because if they give in to UMG, guess what the other major players are going to do? So this is really the standoff, guys, as to what's going to happen. Because if they give in, it's going to show how much leverage the labels have. Now, if the labels use that leverage well, it could generate more money for them and for the artists and the actual creatives. If they do it well, because this is a pivotal point, bro.
It's interesting because I think TikTok may give in. I think it may happen within a week or so.
Yeah.
You know how much money is being generated by
Universal's roster of stars gives it a tremendous amount of leverage, bro. Tremendous amount of leverage.
And this is why when you create your audience, which we all agree we're doing right now, you are now able to dictate, negotiate on how things are going with your music, with your product. And I get it, I thought about it. If a big company came to us to say, listen, man, we're willing to give y'all $2 million of some publishing and stuff, that would look real great, right?
Yeah, sounds good.
I'll be honest with you, we might consider it, right? But if you really think about it, after taxes, breaking it down for a few people, it's really not that much. Now, mind you, on the back end, they paid you $2 million.
So that means they're expecting to get 10,
they're
12,
making it 20, 25 million.
I'm being reserved because they're going to get their money.
They're going to get their money.
Oh.
And they're not going to, yeah.
Go ahead. I mean to cut you.
No, you're right.
I just saw today.
What's up?
That Michael Jackson's estate sold his catalog to Sony, I think, for $1.2 billion.
So Sony buys back the catalog that Michael...
And that was saying that's why they killed him. I'm going ahead and say it. I'm going to say it.
This is the words from Zay. This is not the words from everybody here. So please put a disclaimer out on that, bro, because I don't know.
This
about
is all for entertainment purposes. But Sony Music acquires a major stake in Michael Jackson's catalog, which is valued at $1.2 billion plus. And one of the major issues, one of the biggest points of contention with Michael, if I'm not mistaken, was that at some point while he was alive, he purchased the catalog and the publishing to the Beatles. And they didn't like that very much.
Oh, I'm sure they didn't.
And he was not relinquishing that money. And so, rest in peace. He's not here. And if I'm gonna go down that road, I'm gonna mention as well another big player in music that people had a tremendous amount of respect for, Prince. Another one who owned a significant portion of his masters and was really championing. I don't think any of his music was on Apple at that time, right?
No, I couldn't find my favorite song for a while.
Yeah.
He was not playing.
Prince was not playing with that streaming stuff. You want my music? You know what I'm saying?
Yo, shout out to Prince, all the greats. Shout out to Michael Jackson. There is a documentary out on We Are the World, and I heard it's really good
on Netflix.
And I'm gonna watch that tonight. Next week, I'm gonna talk. The next show, I want to talk about that because I think for us as artists, we get to see the greats behind the scenes.
Tone, let me bring Tone to the conversation.
Yes, please.
How do you feel about Michael Jackson?
I was just gonna ask.
Did you grow up listening to that music, or like who's an artist that you would like to see like a behind the scenes biography on?
From Amy Winehouse.
Really?
Yeah,
that's a good one, man. She had a story like she had a struggle with alcohol or drugs.
Hey, you know more than me.
I think it was like an alcohol problem, but like drugs too.
How she actually died?
I think it was an overdose. Or it was either an overdose or liquor, I think. I think it was liquor, though. She got drunk. She wasn't supposed to drink, and then she just did not, wake up the next morning. Crazy.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I wasn't really that known of her. I mean...
You know the name, though.
Oh,
yeah.
No. Okay. Let me tell you. The girl can sing.
And these London artists,
I heard her, not to cut you, I heard her live. Well, no, I didn't go to see her show, but you know, when you hear someone sing with no music, it's just them raw vocals. You can hear her tone.
She
You
could
can hear.
sing, but it was an
I'm not-
acquired taste for me. Like, 'cause she had
It
a lot
was.
she had a lot of soul and a lot of vibrato, which I really couldn't get down with. But
Okay.
so much. It was kind of like Chrisette Michele. When Chrisette Michele first came out, loved her, but I couldn't listen to her entire album because it was just too much. There's too much. Just such a thing as too much. Too much. I'm good.
Yeah, you're right about
So
that.
Amy Winehouse, rest in peace. She was amazing. A lot of European. I'm interested you said that, bro. I don't even know you listen to like Amy Winehouse.
Nah,
Amy
I remember
Winehouse
when I met Tone, he was Amy Winehouse was probably one of the first names he said, because I
Yeah.
asked him, like, who are you interested? You know, just to get an idea of what kind of music you listen to and what do you draw from, what, you know, because what you listen to is a part of how you create.
Great. Yeah.
So I think any producer, and I've learned it from Neptunes.
Oh, man.
I remember Pharrell. I was watching on YouTube. He was sitting with an artist, and he was like, "Listen, before you get with an artist, you gotta do your background check on them. You gotta find out what they like, what they don't like, as far as music. You gotta see, you know. So therefore, when they do come into the studio, you already understand
The kind of feel, vibe they're looking for.
Yeah, not only that, now they're in a space of being comfortable to create, because you have to be in an environment to be able to create. And I know, and I shared with them, these guys before, that going to a new studio and hearing your voice differently from what you're used to can kind of cause you to lack on your creativity, right?
That's new. So you're used to what you're
Yeah,
hearing.
but you know what? I think when you get used to just being able to work in other
Different
spaces,
Yeah.
eventually your body's gonna be like, hey, we're gonna do this regardless wherever we go. Especially when you're able to bring your equipment that's now mobile and stuff like how we do. But yeah, shout outs to Amy Winehouse, man.
Shout out to all those who lost their life prematurely due to any struggles.
Yeah.
Whitney Houston. If I'm gonna bring up Amy Winehouse, gotta mention Whitney Houston. Who else is out there maybe had some issues?
Mac Miller,
Mac Miller,
Jimi Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix. Really? Wow. Who else? Whew. Come on, give me the history lesson, bro.
I'll be honest, I'm not. I try not
like
to be
that
too
morbid?
morbid.
Yeah, I feel you.
We all about life. You know what I'm saying? Right? Smiles, my people. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to
Oh,
Amy
in the
Winehouse.
background, hey, we got For Her playing all day, every day on all DSPs. You can go check that out. Stream
Video
at
coming
your
soon.
will.
Video coming soon.
Yes,
Coming
video
soon.
is coming soon. Listen, what I've learned is if you DJ Khaled, the best advertisement ever. You gotta like annoy people with the things that you're trying to sell.
Gotcha.
No, seriously.
I feel you.
I was telling Tone, I was at, I go to different people's pages on Instagram, and they're like, you hear a song that you like. I go on their page, the last 10, 15 posts that they have are the same song with just maybe different clips. And they all have thousands of likes. And you're thinking I'm thinking like, people still like hearing it? Well, I'm thinking, okay, let me play it one time, and then you just come to my page and hear it. No, to engage with people, you have to constantly create new content, constantly post.
I feel that,
Just
man.
just like, you know what I mean? Like, hit people over the head with it.
As he
Pause.
plays for her again. Yeah,
Exactly,
super major
exactly.
pause. That's crazy.
That's
That's crazy.
But anyway, shout outs to Tone.
Yeah.
Yo, over 60,000
Yeah.
streams.
Produced and engineered by them. Kingsmen.
Thank you
Music
very
Group.
much.
God
Thank you
gets all
very
the
much.
glory. Yo, shout out to Ron Thomas, man, our brother Ron Thomas.
Yo, his
go
album,
check out
Ron.
Circle Back.
Circle
It's
Back
doing
in
some
stores.
great numbers too. There's some
Yes.
videos and some behind the scenes coming from
In
that.
fact, I'm about to go play that right now too,
Yeah,
man.
Circle Back. Great records. Great time producing
word.
that as well.
We Are the World on Netflix.
Michael Jackson. I'm
Yes.
gonna take a look at
I'm
it.
gonna take a look at it. I want to talk about
Pause.
that only because I've heard some things about the show that I think I would probably understand and feel if I was part of it. Knowing that Michael Jackson wrote majority of the song, right? He did majority of the vocals. If you listen to the song We Are the World, and you can hear him. And then you hear people you see and hear people that you know in your heart and your soul don't belong here.
Jay-Z said it last
But
week.
you can't do or say anything because
I think I saw a video of behind the scenes one time,
Listen.
and Michael and his face was clearly annoyed that
Crazy.
people couldn't sing.
and guess what? Who didn't show up? It was like, nah, let me send you a little guitar, solo and see what
that?
y'all can do with that. The one and only
Prince.
Prince.
My man, 50
And
grand.
he
bro.
said, I'm
Yo,
not
Prince was
going
about
out
his
there.
business, bro. Shout out to
Listen.
Minnesota.
Yeah, for real, man.
Prince was no joke,
Yeah,
man.
seriously,
Shout out to
man.
Quincy Jones for producing those amazing albums.
Definitely, man.
And the other musicians that were a part of that, man. The more I find out about like how those albums were produced and the people who wrote those songs, there was a lot of people like just involved that were just unknown at the time, created some amazing music.
Yo, I'm really glad you brought up Quincy Jones because I'm going to have to say again, like, he really inspired me to keep going. He didn't win his... He created Thriller. Not Thriller. Was it Thriller?
I think was that his first one?
At the age of 40 plus years old. And it just lets me know that whoever you are, if you're watching this, whatever you do,
He was 49, bro.
thank you for that. Thank you. Yo, Quincy Jones, man, he's been doing it for years, and it just makes me believe that no matter what, you do not give up. If you notice, all the people that are successful, fellas, you know one thing they have in common?
Consistency. They didn't give up. They didn't stop.
Consistency.
I've seen that in my own life. There were, Dre and I, Ron even, we've all been making and interested in creating and making music for a very long time. And I can say that at a younger age, so I'm still young, came across some very talented people, artists, singers, rappers, and quite a few of them, even producers, quite a few of them just never stopped. And now they have records with Herb. They're ghostwriting. They're out living out in LA, living their best life, married to models. They never stop. Shout out to T-Dot. Shout out to Cardiac. Y'all know when you hear his music, you hear that in the background. These are all people from our area that we know of, and there's other people from North Jersey that just never stop.
He was a part of Flatline.
He was part of Flatline.
And that's
Remember
what it
Young Boy
sounds.
Cardiac?
That
Yep.
makes sense, bro.
He did all her. He did his first hit was started up with 50 Cent's Boy. You know what
50
I'm saying?
Cent's boy.
I forgot what it was, but
Either way, shout out to y'all, man.
yeah, shout out to Cardiac. Yeah.
Listen, man.
Shout out to Indamixradio for hosting Kingsmen
Yes.
Radio every Tuesday night. Yeah, man. We had a lot to talk about.
We did.
Shout out to Amy Winehouse. Shout out to Prince. Shout out to Michael, and all amazing artists that.
Last thing. This is gonna be really interesting.
What's that?
Now, I'm not a big fan of it. Shout out to my father. He probably rolling his grave if he heard what I'm about to say. But I'm not a big fan of soccer. I'm not. I'm not.
It takes too long for me.
Hey.
Pause.
Oh my.
That's
I'm not a
crazy.
big fan of baseball.
Hold
Yo.
up. Listen.
That's
see,
how I feel about baseball.
Tone, hold on 1 second. We just got to give a moment of silence. That was just crazy.
I said pause.
And we respect it
We
around
respect
here,
the
okay?
pause.
We just want to let you guys know we do not play with that,
don't play with
okay?
Hey, yo.
But anyway,
Pause.
I love this guy. So we got to give grace. We got to extend grace,
More grace.
right? So
More
I'm
grace.
sorry, Tom. What were you saying?
He doesn't like baseball.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
that's
yo.
how I feel about baseball.
Baseball. Okay,
That-
okay.
Yeah, I don't really like
You
baseball.
know, interestingly enough, baseball is a lot more fun playing than watching. I would
Yeah,
have to say.
I would
that.
say
I
that,
would
yeah.
have to say that.
Soccer may be
myself.
that way too.
I mean, anyway, let me just get to it. So, we are from New Jersey. So, whoever's watching this, if you guys are not from Jersey, but you're into soccer, you're probably going to want to know this. So, we just found out that the World Cup will be in New Jersey at the MetLife Stadium.
Yeah, and the World Cup is just what it is. It's what we call football is what the world calls soccer, and soccer probably is
No,
the
what
world's
we call soccer, the world's called football.
same difference.
No, it isn't.
What we call football, the world. You're right. I stand corrected. In any case,
See? And that's it.
all right,
man.
you done? Is he done? The world loves soccer, football. They call it football. They love
Yes.
it. It's a very popular sport. To have it come here, that's going to bring a lot of money to the state, to the businesses nearby.
But guess what? A lot of money also causes a lot of other things. Congestion and traffic.
I live in South Jersey, so I'm not going to be around.
It's not
none
going
of
to
that.
affect you,
Yeah.
but it's going to definitely affect
Because
you.
you got to drive past it.
I work, well, the business that I work for
Mm-hmm.
has,
Offices right there.
I'm really pretty much in the Meadowlands.
That's crazy.
So I'm really trying to figure out how this is going to be.
I'm praying your strength, brother.
Listen.
Well, the Lord just dropped this in my spirit. I'm shouting. I don't hear no. I don't have no.
What's up?
When you say when is it coming? Pause.
That's crazy.
When is the World Cup coming to
yo.
MetLife Stadium?
When it will arrive?
When will it arrive? When will it arrive, bro?
It should be 2024.
By that time.
Oh yeah.
By that
I'm sorry.
time,
You
you
know
won't.
what?
By that time, you and I won't have to work. You won't have to work for that company, so the traffic won't even bother you.
That's what
You
I-
receive that, huh?
Yes.
I'm working in the prophetic right here, bro.
Oh, man. And you just stopped the show for that. That's the time I'm talking about, bro.
Yo, shout out to Indamixradio folks, the Kingsmen Radio every Tuesday night,
Yes,
8 to 9 p.m. It's the Godcast. Shout out to Ron and our family. Shout out to all y'all who've shown and support. Go to our page, like, share, subscribe,
Yes.
all that
Hit
jazz.
comments, either negative or bad.
Yeah.
I may erase it, I may not. You know, I mean, it depends on how I'm feeling.
But we're going to be back. Let me
No,
do.
we're gonna be back.
Last week, I took the shine.
What's up? What's up?
You want to give the benediction?
Okay. So you could have been anywhere in the world,
In the world.
but you decided to spend your precious,
Precioso.
precious,
Special.
gracious,
Valuable.
man. I mean, priceless
Woo. Huh?
time that you can't get back.
Can't get it back once it's gone.
So we appreciate it more than
Appreciate
you know.
it. We love you for
This
it.
is why we give and show and express the love.
What was it? The love? Love.
Yeah.
It's all about love.
Yeah.
We'll see y'all next week. Kingsman Radio.
Yeah, man.
You know what it is.
Anyway, got a text from Dre. Told me to get dressed, send me on my way. Yeah. Pulled up to the scene with it. And I'm super clean with it.